The night I lost everything, I was sitting on the bathroom floor at 2 a.m., eating cold rice out of the pot because I didn't have clean bowls. And I remember thinking, not crying, not screaming, just thinking, really clearly for the first time in months. Oh, so this is it. This is the bottom. And the weirdest thing happened. I felt relieved. I know how that sounds. Stay with me. Because what I'm about to tell you is something I wish somebody had told me years earlier. It would have saved me so much time pretending I was fine.
Here's the lie. We've been sold this idea that life is supposed to be a clean upward line. You graduate, you get the job, you meet the person, you build the thing, and if you just work hard enough and stay positive enough, you'll be okay. And when it doesn't work out that way, when you lose the job, or the relationship ends, or you're back in your parents' house at 32, or the business fails, or you wake up one day and you don't recognize your own life, the narrative tells you that you failed, that you did something wrong, that if you'd just been more disciplined, more grateful, more whatever, you wouldn't be here. That is a lie, not a small one, not a well-intentioned one, a big, culturally reinforced, self-help industrial complex lie. Because here's what they don't tell you. The people you admire, the ones who seem to have it figured out, the ones who built something real, the ones with actual peace in their eyes, almost all of them have a rock-bottom story, every single one. And they don't talk about it as the worst thing that happened to them. They talk about it like it was the door. So why are we all walking around acting like hitting bottom is something to be ashamed of? Like it's a sign you're broken? I'll tell you why. Because if you knew what rock bottom actually does to a person, you wouldn't spend so much energy avoiding it. So why are we all walking around acting like hitting bottom is something to be ashamed of? Like it's a sign you're broken? I'll tell you why. Because if you knew what rock bottom actually does to a person, you wouldn't spend so much energy avoiding it. Okay, let me tell you what rock bottom actually is. Not the Instagram version, the real one. Rock bottom is not a moment, it's a process. And it has stages nobody warns you about. The first thing it does is it strips you. All the things you were using to hold yourself together, the job title, the relationship, the routine, the story you told yourself about who you were, they fall away. Sometimes slowly, sometimes all at once. And you're left standing there with nothing to point to. And it is terrifying. Because for most of us, we don't actually know who we are without those things. We've been our job. We've been someone's partner. We've been the together one in the family. And when that's gone, there's this horrible silence where your identity used to be. That silence? That's stage 2. And it's the one people can't handle. Most people, when they hit that silence, they panic. They rush to fill it. They jump into a new relationship, or a new job, or a new city, or a new substance. Anything to not sit with the emptiness. And that's how people loop. That's how someone hits rock bottom at 25, and then again at 32, and then again at 40. Because they keep running from the silence instead of listening to it. Here's the part nobody tells you. The silence is not your enemy. The silence is the first honest conversation you've ever had with yourself. Because when everything is going well, you don't have to ask the hard questions. Who am I actually? What do I actually want? What was I pretending to enjoy? Who was I pretending to be for? Whose life have I been living? You don't ask those questions when things are good. You can't. The comfort drowns them out. Rock bottom turns the volume all the way down on everything else. And suddenly, you can hear yourself. Maybe for the first time in a decade. Stage 3 is the grief. And this one's long. You grieve the version of your life you thought you were going to have. You grieve the person you thought you were. You grieve the years you spent pointed in the wrong direction. This is where most people get stuck. Because grief feels like depression, and depression feels like you're never getting out. But grief is not depression. Grief has a direction. Grief is the price you pay for being honest about what you've lost. And on the other side of grief, not around it, not past it, through it, is something most people never get to. Clarity. Real clarity. Not the, I read a book and now I have a 5-year plan clarity. The quiet, unshakable kind. The kind where you know what matters to you because you've had everything else taken away and you can finally see what's left. That's what rock bottom does. It doesn't destroy you. It shows you what can't be destroyed. And this is where I have to tell you the part that sounds insane. Rock bottom is a gift. I know. If you're in it right now, you want to throw something at the screen. I would have too. When I was on that bathroom floor, if someone had told me I was being given a gift, I would have told them to get out of my face. But I'm 3 years on the other side of it now, and I'm telling you, with everything I have, I would not trade that night for anything. Here's what rock bottom gave me. It gave me a life I actually chose. Not one I drifted into. Not one I was performing. One I chose, with my eyes open, knowing the cost. It gave me friendships that are real. Because when you're at the bottom, you find out really fast who shows up. The people who stayed? Those are my people for life. The people who didn't? I'm not mad at them. They did me a favor. They made space. It gave me a relationship with fear. I'm not scared of losing things anymore. Not in the way I was. Because I've lost everything once. And I'm still here. That is a kind of freedom most people never get. And the biggest one? It gave me back to myself. All those years I spent chasing things that weren't mine to chase. The career my family wanted me to want, the relationship I stayed in because leaving felt like failure, the version of success I was copying from other people. All of that got burned down. And what was left underneath, once the fire went out, was me. The actual me, not the performance. You cannot get to that person without losing the performance. And you will not willingly lose the performance. Nobody does. That's why rock bottom has to come for you. Because you would never choose it. But you need it. So if you're there right now, I need you to hear me. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. The pain you're feeling is not a punishment. It's a price. And what you're buying with it, if you stay in it, if you don't run, if you let it do its work, is a version of yourself that nothing can shake. People at the top of mountains didn't float up there. They crawled, in the dark, with nothing. And the reason they can stand where they stand is because they know exactly what's underneath them. They've seen the bottom. They're not afraid of it anymore. I'm not going to tell you it's easy. It is the hardest thing you will ever do. I'm not going to tell you it's fast. It took me almost 2 years before I stopped waking up with dread. And I'm not going to tell you it gets better, exactly. I'm going to tell you that you get better, deeper, more honest, more yourself. And the life you build on the other side of this, it won't look like the one you lost. It'll look like the one you were supposed to have the whole time. So here's what I want from you. If you're in it, if you're at the bottom, or circling it, or crawling back up, I want you to tell me in the comments, what did your rock bottom teach you? Not the highlight reel version, the real one. The thing you learned about yourself that you couldn't have learned any other way. Because I guarantee you, somebody scrolling through these comments at 3 a.m. needs to read what you write. They need to know they're not the only one. They need to know somebody made it through and came out clearer on the other side. That's how we do this. We tell the truth. We tell each other the parts nobody talks about. We stop pretending life is a straight line. If this helped you, even a little, subscribe. I'm doing a whole series on the stuff nobody tells you, about starting over, about rebuilding, about what it actually takes. I'd love to have you here. And if you know someone who's in it right now, someone you've been worried about, send this to them. Don't say anything, just send it. Sometimes people can hear things from a stranger that they can't hear from the people who love them. You're going to be okay. Not because it gets better, because you're about to find out who you actually are. And that person is somebody worth knowing. See you in the next one.